All right, can you inherit trauma from ancestors, from your parents? Yes. So at conception, we get DNA from mom and dad, and we also get some energetic baggage. And it's interesting how that works. I'll describe it. So if mom had an experience, say a trapped emotion, she had some experience in her life where she felt the emotion of anxiety so strongly that she didn't process it and it got stuck. And say it got stuck in her shoulder, got stuck somewhere. And it remained there at conception. And we got a piece of that anxiety, trapped emotion that came from that one moment in her life. We got a piece of that. And now from conception, which is tough. So from conception, we have a trapped emotion of anxiety from that experience in her life in us from that moment on until at some later moment when we process it in some way. I do see it come up a lot in energy sessions, inherited energy it can be just from your parents or from your grandparents or great-grandparents, and it can just keep getting passed on. So what's interesting is not every single piece of all of their trauma will get passed on, and not to every child. So I can also ask, like, did all of your siblings also get a piece of this anxiety at their conception as well? And it won't always be. Sometimes it'll be, yeah, one of them did, or of 3 or 5 kids, one of them did, or 2 of them did, or all of them did. But what's really cool is that when you clear it, it opens up the way for it to clear from everyone as soon as they're ready. If they're ready in that moment, poof, it'll happen in that moment, which is so cool. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to help people clear inherited energy. So it'll also clear from your kids too. Yeah, it's fantastic. So inherited energy and inherited baggage and trauma will keep going until somebody heals it, until somebody clears it. If you don't resolve your stuff, your issues, your baggage, your limiting beliefs, it'll continue on. It'll get passed on to your kids, and then they'll carry it. And unfortunately, inherited energy, I feel like it gets bigger with each generation. So if you have this trapped emotion of anxiety at conception, from like the very beginning of your life, it's always been there, you're gonna be more prone to go into anxiety because part of your body's already feeling it, so you're gonna go into it more easily. So then soon you're gonna have an experience where you were prone to the trapped emotion, so you went there quickly, and then you had an experience where you had anxiety around the same topic that this anxiety was from, and it got stuck, and it kind of like stacks. It just like stacks on top of it. So you inherited like this amount of inherited energy, and then you started having your own personal experiences with whatever that trauma is. Maybe it's feeling betrayed or feeling blamed or feeling anxiety, and then you start having your experiences and it stacks on top and makes it bigger. But typically I find that the portion that is your own experience is usually smaller than the size of the inherited. But if you don't resolve it, then you can, your kids can be carrying that as well, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, which is why it's so fun to clear it and heal it, because you finally get to feel what it's like to be free of that. You've had that in the background your whole life. It's not even yours, and so you have a chance now to experience what life is like to not having that with you all the time. Plus, it usually is large, and it's nice to get big chunks of baggage out. And it helps your family line, which is fantastic. If you have any other questions about inherited trauma, drop them down in the comments below, and have a great day.